Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I don't know how you got here, but I do hope that you'll stay until the end of this video because in this particular video, we're going to continue working on a condominium studio unit that I have been commissioned for. So actually, for the most part, the client seems pretty happy with what I have done. So this particular video, we're just going to make a bunch of sketches. I haven't had a chance to go over to the unit and actually do an as-built measurement and plans and such whatnot. So yeah, we're just going to sketch, and I'm just gonna have you guys join me in the ride. We're not gonna do any recaps this time around. We're just gonna do it Bob Ross style. All right. So this time around, let's try starting out with the kitchen. And we're just gonna kind of try to do like isometric drawings, yeah. And we're just gonna freehand it. We're just gonna be completely wild. Okay, not completely wild, but you know what I mean. We're just gonna, we're gonna do our best to just kind of, try not to be stressed out about things. We're trying to be relaxed because when we stress out about things, then that's when things really don't get finished. You know what I mean? A lot of times people, especially when it comes to the workplace, people think about priorities and then they'll just say like everything is a priority. Well, the way I look at it is if everything is a priority, then nothing is a priority. You know what I mean? So we kind of have to break it down into a way that the client understands as well, that we can't really make any progress until we have the facts. And fortunately, I've been fortunate enough to have a client that's very understanding about that situation. So since we don't have the facts, and in this case the facts is the actual measurements of the studio unit, then we can't really do much at the moment. So we're going to see what happens. Hopefully we'll be able to do some as-built plans soon, but in the meantime, I think we're just gonna make some nice drawings. Well, scribbles, I guess. Some people would call them scribbles, but to each their own, right? That's a bit far off. I think it's more like right here. So we're just gonna make some like isometric sketches here. Excuse me. It's like I always say, you don't have to make things perfect. You just have to make things understandable. So in this case, we have that here. So obviously this ceiling is a bit low, so we gotta raise it up a bit higher so that it makes more sense, Yeah, somewhere around that height. So the area that I'm working on right now is the kitchen. I'm just gonna do our best here, guys. And then we got this box here is gonna be for our washer. Then gonna have it at 0.6. Just like that, just like that, just like that. There we go, guys. We're gonna get this around 0.8 or 0.85 to 0.9. The reason being is that this is the countertop. Then we can actually just extend this all the way here and extend it up here. And that's where our countertop is gonna end, right there. Okay. Right there, just like that, just like that. This is the termination of that point. All right. Just keep on keeping on, as they say. Let's Let's move these up here a bit so they don't get in the way. Something like that. There we go. Then this will extend over here. Somewhere around this point, I would say. Just like that. Just like that. Then we'll extend this over. Extend it over some more. Then push it all the way up. Alright, so let's bring this all the way up. So when you have a lot of lines in your drawing, you have to make sure that, you know, you're skilled enough to keep track of all the lines. I remember when I was still studying architecture, I didn't keep track of the lines very well, so I'd end up confusing myself, and that's not a good practice. So the more lines you make, the more you have to expand your mind to be able to keep track of everything. So as of right now, I'm still somewhat keeping track of everything here, but it's starting to go crazy on me a bit. But I think I can keep it under control. Okay, this line here, that line there. Okay, and gonna have to do that. Oops. Somewhere like that, I believe. Yeah, just like that. So this is our reference line here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I gotta make sure that these right here are parallel. If they're not parallel, we've made a mistake. So we're kind of making a few mistakes already. Let's try to make them as parallel as possible. That way things don't get too distorted. Okay. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That also means that this one up here has to be parallel. Alright. Oops. Let's get out my trusty eraser here. Try to smoothen things out a bit. Alright. Just like that. Just like that. Alright. So now we have an idea of where the parallel lines are. We just have to keep going. Okay, now, like so, these also have to be parallel. Try to make them as parallel as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect because this, like I said, this is just doing some rough sketches, guys. You don't have to freak out. You don't have to freak out about anything. If anybody starts freaking out around you, just, you know, tell them to calm down. Everything's okay. Everything will be just okay. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. So we're just making a bunch of scribbles, guys. Don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about anything. I made nothing, anything. I'm pretty sure it's anything, because 2 negatives, isn't it? 2 negatives make it positive. Who knows? But you don't have to worry about anything. Okay. So here we have a counter and a counter. Alright, so we need enough space. There we go, there we go. Okay. Then, as mentioned before, part of this counter. Okay, let's do that right there. Part of this counter will be like a pull-out counter. So these lines right here should remain completely vertical. That's how an isometric drawing works. So we just got lines all over the place now, don't we? Don't worry, guys. I'm keeping track of everything for us. Just make sure you're also keeping track of whatever you're doing. Right? All right. So hopefully it's working out just as planned. Well, almost just as planned, you know. We're always gonna take a few detours every now and then. It's just how life is, but for the most part, I think it's working out just as planned. Okay. Now here, we're gonna go straight up. Straight up, just like that. Because here we have a window. Okay, just right there. Nice, perfect. Okay, let's get rid of this right here, since it's kind of in the way. And we're going to go ahead and extend this here. Extend that there. Extend that into the ceiling. A couple vertical lines right there. Just like that. And we have what we call an overhead cabinet. Alright. There we go, guys. There we go. Remember, guys, you don't have to freak out about anything. We're just making scribbles, just trying to make everything make sense. Trying to get everything perfect, or not perfect. We're just trying to get everything perfectly in place. Okay, then midway between here and this countertop, so we can make like an X here. And somewhere around here. So that makes it around here. Right around there. That's our shelf. Okay. So now we got a shelf here. I'm gonna extend this all the way up. Extend that just vertically here as well. Got a vertical over here, vertical, and we're gonna have another vertical right there. Okay. Just being calm, guys. Stay completely calm. All right, there we go, there we go. Then we're gonna draw a parallel line there. Once more, so this one is a bit extended over, so somewhere around here. So that's there. This is right there. Perfect. Perfectly imperfect. All right. All right, all right, all right. There we go, guys. And then just gonna make a little bit more of an extension right here. Bam. All right. All that just from a bunch of scribbles. Can you believe it? Sometimes it's hard to believe that a bunch of lines that just are not perfect can make something that seems perfect. That's just how life is most of the time, you know? You just kind of have to keep staying on the path and hoping that things will work out for the best, you know? Okay. So, this, you can kind of see here that the overhead cabinet is a bit wrong, so I'm just gonna adjust that right there. It's all right, guys, it's okay. It's just a small error. we can always fix. You know, the thing about making mistakes is mistakes can always bring us down somehow. But it's only by making mistakes that we can learn how to better ourselves. I think that's something that people tend to forget every now and then, that making mistakes is just a part of making yourself better. If you don't, I'm not saying that you should, celebrate making mistakes all the time, but you have to accept that sometimes you're going to be wrong. And the only way you're going to make things better is through that acceptance. Because if you're just going to keep living in a world where everything is right for you, then there's no possibility of, anything getting better. And that's why you shouldn't strive to make everything right the first time. You should just have a solution on how to do better the next time. Okay. All right. So that's how it looks. So that's why before you finalize things, you should always make sure that you solve the problem before, perfecting it. Okay, there's a fascia. We're gonna have a curtain here for the window. Okay, the window is somewhere here, so somewhere around here is the split. Okay. And here we have a sink. Okay. So we just have a bunch of squiggly lines all over the place, a bunch of overlapping lines. It's nothing to be ashamed about. The only time you should be ashamed is if you give up. But then again, maybe not. Because I think that sometimes there are things that you shouldn't keep, I don't know, that's the thing about life, isn't it? Sometimes there's just exceptions to the rules. But I'll let you determine when is the right time to keep fighting and when is the right time to give up. That's the thing about rules, they're just the same. They're not perfect. They also have to have context, let's say. Everything has to have context. All right. Here, let's say that, so this is gonna be around here, I'd say. Let's say it kind of goes inward, like that. Yeah, just like that. Okay. All right, so we just got a bunch of lines all over the place, but we're still keeping track, guys. This one is a bit lower. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to darken some of these lines. Let's make a fascia here. And I'm gonna leave that as it is. Here we'll have a cabinet door. All right. Okay. All right. Here, have a fascia board on top, as well as we're going to have that here on this side. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and darken this outline here. Just like that. Just like so. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and darken this portion as well. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Just go down here. Darken this as well. And once again down here. Dark, dark, dark. Okay, just like that, just like that. Here we have the window fascia. Just like that, and just like that. Okay, so now we have to get out our colored pencils. I seem to have misplaced my colored pencils. Oh my goodness. There we are. Found them. That's the thing about, always working on things. Sometimes you have to reorganize everything and things get misplaced, but yeah. As long as you don't, lose them in somewhere where you can't get them back. I remember when I was younger, I always left things all over the place, and then I just always freaked out because I usually get attached to things, and and then it's just gone because of my own stupidity. But nowadays I try to be more careful, because it's not because I'm like materialistic. It's just that a lot of the things I own, I didn't, I really worked hard to get. So, when you work hard for something, you have to learn how to take care of it as well. And most of the things that I have are actually just given to me as charity. I'm not kidding, guys. I am definitely not the richest person in the world, but a lot of people tend to think I am, because I tend to be very giving. But in recent years, I've learned that, maybe I shouldn't be so kind. And I don't think it's a bad thing. There's a lot of people that just take advantage of any situation. I remember in college, like, people that are literally not, I don't know why, but like they're not really on good terms with me. They just pop out of nowhere when I'm treating others, and to me it's like, okay, fine, I don't mind, because for me, I always believe in sharing the wealth. That's just how I see the world. Like, if you're doing good in life, then then just give back every now and then. But it's just weird that now I don't see those people anywhere whenever they're doing good in life. So it kind of makes you think about a lot of things, or it made me think about a lot of things anyway. For the most part, though, I still am pretty giving, but I just choose, like, even if it's in front of a crowd, if I don't want to give that to that person, then I shouldn't be feeling guilty about it, even if it's in front of other people. the same thing when I take projects. Like I have a lot of times where like people just don't want to pay. But they want to ask all the questions in the world. Like they want the answers to everything, but they don't want to pay. And that's another problem. Like I'm the one who gets stressed out because they ask me every single question. And instead of me paying for my bills and whatnot, I live off of charity for the most part. And it's not right. So that's why if you're like a client that does that, I hope you stop, because it's really. I mean, you think that you don't have money to pay for these things, but imagine me being an architect helping you and not even being able to pay for my bills. As I really do like to help people, but come on now, throw me a bone also here. And if you're an architect, then you have to do your job as well as a professional. Don't. I'm not saying that every architect is worth paying for. There's definitely a few that I won't really talk about here, but I'll definitely agree with clients if they feel they've been robbed. Anyway, so there. Now we have the outline of this place. Like I said, we're just making scribbles, guys. Just making scribbles. All right. Here. So here we're gonna have a whatchamacallit, hood range. Just put it kind of centered in this area. So there'll still be cabinet space up here, but it won't be that much. All right, let's go ahead and darken this also to make it more realistic. I don't know. I don't know what word I was looking for there, but let's go ahead and do that there. Okay. So now we have that. Let's go ahead and bring out our trusty Unipens. We're gonna go ahead and get let's get the 0.6. Let's work with the 0.6. Okay. And remember, guys, we're just sketching. We're not trying to make anything perfect. So don't be ashamed if you're not doing so well. The light is like glaring off the pencil also, so that's kind of giving me a bit of problems, but we'll try to work through it. Okay. Just like that. Remember, guys, we're not trying to be perfect. Well, you know what we should do? Let's go ahead and take the 0.6. That's 0.7 first. Let's just thicken this outline here. Just like so. Just like so. Just like that. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. And we'll just continue doing what we were doing earlier with our 0.6. All right. Just like that, just like that. Remember guys, do not be afraid if it's not perfect. Just keep on keeping on. Do your best. Okay, there we go. And then we have this shelf here. All right, just like that. Then we have our next shelf. Oh, we have the induction cooker, or the range hood right here. Okay. Just kind of in there, right there, okay. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, so that's not really that straight, but that's fine, that's fine. All right, get this down here. And then we have the sink on the bottom. Okay, I'm just gonna try to make this work. All right. Just like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the faucet in here. So it's not a perfect faucet, but at least we have a presentation of a faucet. Okay. Put the sink in as well. Okay, very nice. And then just finish the countertop, just like that. Okay, so now we got the countertop. Now we have the refrigerator up here. So let's try to figure this out. All right. There we go. So it's gonna protrude a bit. Just like that. All right. And then I'm gonna do the same thing here on the other end. Oops. Okay, the lines don't have to be perfect, guys. They just have to make sure that they can represent what they're representing. Okay. All right, good job, guys. And finally, we have the sink. So just kind of make it go there. Got a bit crooked there, but don't worry about it, guys. Okay. And we'll go here with another line. Okay. All right. And finally, just make this go here. Okay. try to fix that there. Okay. Oh, we also have an overhead cabinet here, don't we? Fascia board. And go ahead and put that here. Bam. Okay. Oops, that one got crooked. And here we have a ref, so let me draw that with a pencil first. Here we have another pull-out cabinet, pull-out cabinet. So actually, let's go ahead and draw that. Pull-out cabinet 1, pull-out counter. Okay, and then here we have the ref. Just like that. Okay. Oh, here we have the washer. So something like that. Oof, got a bit crooked. Just kind of do something like that. All right, so sorry that took a while, but you know, we're just trying to be as detailed as possible. Now we're gonna take a point 2 and we're gonna use my scribbling technique, which is what kind of is the reason that I don't really pay too much attention to the errors. Okay, we got a fascia here. Okay. Just go straight with that. Right there, here. Okay. And we'll go here on the countertop. All right, just like that. Okay. Here we got a cabinet doors. We have a pull-out cabinet. So you don't have to emulate my style, you know. If you have your own technique and you feel that you're a better sketcher than I am, then, you know, do your own thing. But this is how I cope with my inability to. Just joking. This is just how I draw things. If I had to, well, if I wanted to, I could like just take my time and make every line perfectly straight, but you know, I don't feel the need to be super tedious at the moment, perhaps. So we'll just kind of do it this way. There we go. So that kind of brings out the details a bit. And the client still wants the Dooku white finish, so most of these are going to be Dooku white here. Mostly these overhead cabinet doors. And also these cabinet doors here. This will be Dooku white. Okay. And so will this here. just like that. Okay. And I was kind of, last time that I talked to the client, I was telling them that maybe they should try going for a wooden countertop. And they seem to be okay with the idea, so let's go ahead and try that. So these shelves here are also going to be made of wood. We're just going to like make patterns here so that they seem like wood. Yeah, just like that. Okay. This here is made of glass, so we're just gonna make a glass kind of imagery here. Just like so. And bam. Okay. Whew. So that took us a while, I'm sorry, but we have our kitchen. So as it is right now, it's pretty bare. As I mentioned before, the induction cooker will probably go somewhere around here. And there's an air pressure cooker over here. Here we're just gonna have some like canned foods stacked up or something. It's gonna be like perishable or non-perishable foods right here somewhere. Which I probably should have drew in first, but I kind of like the idea that we didn't do that at first because like there's this scenery where you see that what it is bare, and then there's the scenery that you see where there's items on it. So you know, it's fine that I didn't draw it in, but some other people might think that or might have a different opinion, but that's fine also. If you feel that you can draw it in there first, then you know, by all means go ahead and do that. Okay, and then here we can have the coffee cooker, so everything is just like right there. And the trash can actually fit underneath there with the grease trap, but it's going to be a small trash can. Then there's also the issue of the water container, which the client has asked me about. I'll have to figure that out when I start doing the actual 3D and computer. But for now, we're just gonna act like everything's working fine. Here, I'm pretty sure the microwave would fit up here, so I'm not too concerned about this microwave right there. So since we have a lot of appliances here, of course, we're gonna have outlets somewhere around the back there. And yeah, that's how that's gonna look. Okay, and then maybe up here, if they want, they can have like a little plant. I mean, it's all up to the client, you know. The thing about when I do architectural interiors, I don't really finalize anything that's in the architectural interior, because all of these things are actually subject to change, because it depends on what the client actually has and owns. So they can do pretty much whatever they want when it comes to the interiors. But for the sake of, you know, for the sake of this, we're going to go ahead and work with it. We're going to provide them these different things. Now I'm kind of hoping that the blue water container can go right here, to be honest. I'm hoping it goes here, but I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with this one here, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens when we do the actual setup. I'm pretty sure air pressure cookers look like some sort of egg. I don't remember seeing. I mean, I don't really use air pressure cookers, but anyway, I'm not really that much of a cook, you could say. Anyway, Oh, you know what? Let's also put like a. So we have the microwave here. Let's just put like a small blender, I guess, right next to it. Yeah. Something like that. We're just gonna use the 0.4 to kind of emphasize these items. Okay. Just like that. Gonna be like super, super stingy about details. We're just kind of trying to make things work here. Just like that. So this is a single burner. And up here. Remember guys, we're just making sketches. We're not doing like masters of art or masterful arts here. Sometimes you see those things on some sort of show. They cost like 200 million bucks. And it doesn't make sense to me, but that's not what we're aiming for here. We're just just making architecture. So now I'm using the 0.2. We're just kind of scribbling in the rest of the details. We're not going too fine, just making it fit. Okay. Then like I said, we're gonna have the water. We're gonna have a water container here. And I'm just gonna have some sort of plant here. Okay, just don't freak out. Just, bam. So I actually did a 3D of the kitchen last time, way back when. Right here. So this is the elevation 3D, but we're gonna do a better 3D just for the sake of the client's imagination. And now, this time around, we're gonna color it. We're just gonna color this all up. Okay. There we go. There we go. All right. Then do it this side. And one more time this way. Just like so. Just like so. Then maybe we'll go a bit dark here under the counters. Okay, I'm just using that orange, we're spreading it out there. Now let's get some of this pink here. Kind of just add more vibrance to it, I suppose. Just like that, just like that. There you go, there you go. Underneath. All right. Okay, and then I get some brown. So the base, as I said before, the base of this unit is kind of, the base for the tiles is kind of an orange, but overall it's a brown color. So we kind of underlay it with, or we start with the orange hue and then we overlay it with brown to kind of get the brown feeling. Okay. And the thing about it is it's a very warm colors, which is why I tried to neutralize it by making the everything else into something a bit more lighter in tone. But let's see how it works out, you know. Just go ahead and scribble that on there, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect, remember that. Okay. So if you want to get like a good reflection appeal or a good reflection effect, you can kind of go do that there, like kind of get it on a horizontal. But I didn't do a good job. Anyway, let's go ahead and add some black here underneath. Okay, then we're just gonna overlay black. Just a bit, not too much, not too much. Oh, not blue, not blue. I was trying to get red. Okay. There we go, there we go, there we go. Just like that, just like that. Okay. And there we go. So that's the floor. Let's go ahead and get the pencil out. Try to make it as parallel as possible. Okay, that's fine. So, man, I think I'm running out of ink on my 0.2. Okay, just going, just like that, just like that. Okay, good job. Okay, and then next we're gonna get the yellow. So like I said, we're gonna work with some like bleach colors here. And here for the countertop, I was suggesting that we go, instead of using like a quartz or something, we just go with wood as well. We use a wood countertop. That way it kind of matches the shelves. And we're just gonna go around here. We're gonna go around the equipment, and this yellow is really bright, so I'm gonna try not to press it too hard in the back, but a bit harder in the front. And this one here, there, just like that, just like that. Then we're gonna get the brown, press it harder against the edge here. And we're going to go around those, just around it, just like that, and around here as well, and here. Okay, and then we're gonna kind of do this to the curtain to make it a bit more parallel. Okay, so we got that going on for us. So here in the Philippines, we have these like blue containers for water. When we do when they deliver water for us, it's in a blue container. So I'm just gonna make this blue here. Then it has for some reason it has a green knob, but very, very simple, and it has a red bib. Okay, I'm gonna make it a bit more blue here, a bit more dark in the back, yeah, just like that. And dark underneath here. Get the 0.2 out, cover that up over there. Okay, and induction cooker is kind of a black color, or it is a black color, so we're just gonna put it as black. And I believe that the air pressure cooker is also black, so we're gonna make it a bit on the black side. Coffee maker, of course, is also on the black. Now, to kind of balance out the black, we're gonna mix this with some dark green. we're just gonna scribble it on there, guys. I'm not gonna be too fancy. Same with the induction cooker. Get some green on that. Just get some nice greens. And we're gonna get that with some red. Now, for those of you that are wondering, why would I use green and red? They're kind of contrasting colors, and if you know what black is basically supposedly the combination of all colors. Because white is the absence of color. Black is the combination of all colors. So I'm kind of using two contrasting colors with the black to kind of hopefully get an effect, desirable effect, but it's not working that well, but yeah, it's fine. And then we'll go here, blender, no, microwave. And we're also going to use the same detail. We're going to get the green, just go around it, yeah. And we're going to get the red, go around that. Okay. Then we have our plant up there. We're going to put it in a, let's put it in a little red vase, a vase. Actually, it's a pot, isn't it? It's a little red pot. There we go, little red pot with some brown on there. Just put some brown. And we're gonna use a lighter green. Okay, we're just gonna start off with the lighter green, just scribble that on there. Scribble it away. And we're gonna go ahead and put this up here. Scribbling away, scribbling away, scribbling away, just like that. Okay. All right. Then here, let's also go ahead and make this bleached wood. So make that yellow. Brown here, yellow there. Let's put some peach in there, throw it in the mix, you know, just kind of go crazy, going crazy. Oh, we have the rain shoot, of course, that's also in a black tone. So we're just gonna go here, go back with the green again, yeah. Like I said, the whole idea of the green and the red is just my theory. It's not really fact, but if you kind of like the effect, then, you know, use it as well. You know, that's why I'm sharing my ideas. And here we're gonna go ahead and just kind of make random, I don't know, random colors here for the cans. Let's make one orange, I guess. Yeah, something like orange. This will be Fanta. We have Coke, Fanta, and Pepsi. But I don't really like Pepsi, so let's make it something else. I don't know. Let's make it brown. Let's make it mug root beer. Yeah. Yeah, alright. I think I just lost some viewers by telling you I don't like Pepsi. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm more of a Coke person. Okay. So because of the equipment, it kind of makes this thing kind of look slanted, but we're gonna try to fix that by correcting this right here, there, so it doesn't look too slanted, right? I was thinking that maybe we could like go with mosaic tiles in the back, but I'm not quite sure how the client feels about that yet. I'm not even sure how I feel about it yet, because I can't really see it working with the mosaic tiles. But since we're just sketching around, guys, let's go ahead and see what we can make happen here. Yeah, let's go ahead and try doing mosaic tiles. We're just gonna like, so this is how it's gonna work. We're gonna take a point 2. We're just gonna, bam, just like that. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing here. Bam, just like that. And then we'll just kind of go here. Yeah, just like that. We're gonna do the same thing up here for mosaic tiles. Okay. And we'll kind of go on a vertical here. All right. Just like that. And now we have mosaic tiles in the background. Now what color are these mosaic tiles gonna be? So I'm kind of thinking a blue, because I'm trying to give them a beach kind of vibe. Maybe like a light blue. But not like super light, or not like light, but super light blue, yeah. Just a very, very super duper, super duper light blue. And that's the, and we're gonna make that light blue. Then we're just gonna like kind of pepper in some dark blue in there. Just like so, and then kind of darken the top here. Yeah. Just like so, just like so. Darker, 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 darker. Get some light green in there. Come on, see if it works. Yeah. Man, it's not bad. It looks kind of playful if you ask me. I think it works in a way. Oh, we forgot about the fascias up here. So this is also going to be some bleached wood. Yeah, just like that. Get some brown. Cover that up just like so. Okay. And so all of the other stuff is going to just be Dooku white finish. We have the ref though. And the ref, of course, is going to be like some sort of silver, I suppose. Let's just go ahead and bam. Just like that. Okay. We're going to kind of do that. Alright. Just like that, just like that, just like that. Kind of crisscross into it. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. So we got a mixture of Dooku white, we have bleached wood, we have these dark brown tiles on the flooring. And we also have these curtains here, which we're gonna kind of make into these kind of a grayish yellow blue, something like that. Yeah, just like that, just like that. All right. Okay. Get my point 2 again, and we're gonna try to correct things because everything seems a bit out of, or in distortion a bit, so yeah, just kind of figure it out here, just like that. Okay. Okay. So then we also have this washer here, don't we? Go like that. You can go like this. Yeah. Working. Not bad, if I say so myself. Kind of gives that beach vibe that we're trying to go for. Not completely, not so bad. So we have here living area, bedroom, so we still have that kind of beach vibe going on with the tiles here on the wall. We have the Dooku white finish here. Let's go ahead and shade this part just because although this isn't really like closed off, but we kind of have to, the termination makes it look awkward a bit, so we're just going to kind of do that to it. We're just going to kind of act like it doesn't exist for now. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Something like that. Not so bad, I think. It's like a horrible, that's not like the last thing you want to hear from your architect, isn't it? I think it doesn't look bad. But we kind of have to use safe words also sometimes. Okay. Yeah, just like that. Not so bad, I must say. I mean, I kind of dig the beach kind of vibe we're going for here. A lot of people, especially these days, like really just try to go for white and black colors, monochromatic, and that's also something that I try to go for a lot of the time. But it kind of makes the world a bit sad also, at least in this kind of sense. We're making it a bit more vibrant for the owner, so whenever they come home they can feel a bit more relaxed. So that's another thing that I think some people tend to forget about, like, you're going home. Why do you want to be in such a bland home? Why don't you want to have a bit of character? But it's not gonna be this colorful when I put it into the computer, but at least it does have character, which is something that I always want to also implement when I design. Character provides some sort of relief. When there's no character, it's just it's like you didn't really work on anything. But it's probably not going to be this vibrant when I finally put it into the computer, to be honest. It's going to be a bit more toned down. But since I'm just kind of scribbling, working with colored pencils and whatnot, this is kind of why it's coming out very vibrant. But it's going to be definitely more toned down when I put it into the computer. But anyway, so we have our living area, bedroom, we have the kitchen. Let's go ahead and call it a night, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope you guys learned a few things, even though we're just kind of like chilling here. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun watching. Until next time, always take care. I hope we can always better ourselves, and